So, good morning, everyone. The other day we were in chapter 4, unit number 1. So, I'll try to complete unit number 1 today so that from tomorrow I will start with practical chapters. Now, we started with unit number 1, that is applications of OR, wherein we have seen OR can be applied in multiple areas. Example number 1 was national planning and budgeting. Example number 2 was industrial field. Example number 3 was home management. Example number 4 was transportation and communication. And example number 5, business management. I think business management I did not start. See, basically what happens is I can take my decisions without doing any analysis. I can also take a decision after doing the analysis. Simple question. I can take all my business decisions without performing any analysis. I can also take all my business decisions after performing some analysis. Now you tell where there is a chance of higher failure rate, without analyzing or after analyzing. But chances of failure will reduce or chances of success will be more in case if I analyze. That is where the concept of operations research comes into picture for business. The first area where I can use for business management is taking business decisions under risk and uncertainty. Taking business decisions under risk and uncertainty. See, business people will take decisions today, but those decisions will relate to future. And future is certain or uncertain. So uncertain business decisions if I have to take, can I take without analyzing or after analyzing? After analyzing. One such concept in our syllabus is simulation, which is our first practical chapter what I'm going to start tomorrow. That is simulation. Very important for exams. Regularly they keep asking here. So simulation mein what happens is one more thing you have to remember. If I'm starting a new business, simulation may not be of a much help for me. I'm already having a business from many years. In that case, what will I do? I will use the concept of simulation in order to analyze my historical data so that I can take future decisions. Thousands of scenarios, simulation software will analyze and tell me what is the chance of my product being successful or chance of my business being successful. Example, Reliance has purchased one refrigerator brand long back. Even when I was a kid, I have heard about one brand called Kelvinator. Have you heard about this? Kelvinator refrigerators. So this company was closed because of huge competition from Samsung and LG. Recently, maybe 1 or 2 months back only, Reliance Industries Limited has purchased the Kelvinator brand from that company. And now Reliance Industries is planning to start manufacturing Kelvinator refrigerators, and they will obviously sell it through Reliance Digital. Before investing their money in Kelvinator brand, you think Ambani might not have thought thousands of possibilities of doing this business? Human being will think of these possibilities or software? So software we will give the data, and software will simulate or replicate thousands of different types of situations and tell what is the percentage of this business successful and what is the percentage of this business being a failure. Depending upon that, I will take a decision whether to start or not to start a business. That is where simulation helps us. Number 2, decision making under here competition. Decision making under competition. So first we have a very important chapter for us, simulation. Now competition some person may win, some person may lose. Like let us say Airtel and Jio are there. If Airtel ka customers leave and join Jio, who is winning? Jio. Who is losing? Airtel. In case if Jio customers go to Airtel, then Jio is losing, Airtel is winning. In some cases, both will get equal number of customers. Both are winning. Assume people are leaving both Jio and Airtel and they are shifting to Vodafone Idea and BSNL. Both are losing. That is called what? Decision making under competition. In CMA final, my subject decision making we will find one concept called game theory. Here, so this concept we don't have at inter level, we have at final level, which is called which theory? Game theory. In game theory, how many situations will be there? 4. I may win, you may lose. Or you may win, I may lose. Or both may win, both may lose. These 4 situations ke upar we have problems in CMA final decision making. Right now, not that important. Next. Capital investment and returns. Capital investment and returns. Example here, FM started. In FM, there is one concept of investment decisions. In CMA, it is capital budgeting. Started. There, see, because capital investment ka whatever money I invest in capital expenditure, they are reversible decisions or irreversible? Irreversible. If I buy a mobile phone on Flipkart, if I don't like it, can I return it back during a certain period? Yes. But after purchasing a factory from someone and using it for 1 week, can I tell Anna na koddu? I don't want this factory, please take it back? No, right? So that is why capital investment decisions are reversible in nature or irreversible in nature. They are purely irreversible in nature. Matlab, once I invest my money, I will never get back unless and until I continue the business. So that is why these decisions a business should take after analysis or before analysis. That analysis you will learn in capital budgeting chapter. Like you have multiple techniques, profitability index, NPV, that is net present value techniques we have, ARR we have, accounting rate of return, you have payback period. So there are multiple techniques what you will learn. Then only you will decide what? Whether to invest or not to invest. Basically it's called buy or not decisions. Whether to buy or not to buy decisions. Next. It will also help us in business strategy formulation. Business strategy formulation. When I start a subject, after OM, I am going to start SM, strategic management. In strategic management, we have one chapter called, last chapter, very important chapter, digital strategy. Digital strategy. There I will explain you in detail. As of now, just remember, business strategy formulation in simple words means nowadays, business people are using softwares in order to generate a strategy. Simple example, let us take. Like Ambani. He has one business or hundreds of businesses. One decision, what Ambani takes, you think will impact only Reliance Trends or Reliance Fresh or every business? That multi-impact business if I'm having, is it practically easy for me to analyze what impact which business will have on my decision? Can a human being think that much? So that is why nowadays we are using human beings to prepare strategy or we are using softwares to prepare a strategy. That is called business strategy formulation. Clear? It will also, these examples I think should be enough. There are many examples here. Some examples are enough. Next. Number 6. Agriculture. Agriculture and irrigation. Agriculture and irrigation. I can use the concepts of operations research in agriculture and irrigation also. Example, I'm not talking about from farmers' point of view, I'm talking from government's point of view or big construction companies who are into agricultural field. From those point of view we are asking. Because farmers cannot apply the concept of OR, right? They may not be much educated. Next, here we have optimum location of supply and collection points. collection points. Optimum location of supply and collection points. Example, let us take Amul. Amul, may I told, right, there are lakhs of farmers which supply milk every day. So Amul should have supply centers are farmers. Collection centers are people who are collecting milk on behalf of Amul and giving it to Amul. This supply and collection points should be very far away from each other or very nearby each other. Very nearby each other. Imagine if supply and demand points are completely like opposite to each other, very far away. Transportation cost will increase, time to transport will increase, and the supply what Amul is also giving it to retailers and all will also increase. So that is why using the concepts of OR like linear programming, assignment, transportation and all, we will decide what is the best location for demand and supply points, or you can say supply and collection points. Then it will also help us in construction of dam at minimum cost. Construction of dam at minimum cost. Construction of dam at minimum cost. Because obviously, who gets the dam constructed? Government. Government has unlimited money or limited money. With limited money, minimum wastage of resources, maximum and best quality of dam it should construct or get it constructed. There we use the concepts of what? Linear programming. Clear? Now. Then we can also use it for project management. We can also use it for project management of irrigation. Here we use the concept of PERT and CPM. Here we will use the, I'll write here so that it will be easy for you to remember, LPP. Here we can use transportation. All are a part of our syllabus only, right? PERT stands for project evaluation and review technique, and CPM stands for critical path method. PERT and CPM, critical path method. Clear? And here I told you we use digital strategy. Here we use the concepts of NPV, PI, etc., etc. And decision making under competition, I told which theory? Game theory. And taking business risk, clear? Taking business decisions under risk and uncertainty. What example I've given you there? We can use the concept of simulation, remember? So these are all the concepts which, except game theory, everything is there as a part of inter-syllabus. Game theory we will study in final level. So these are some examples in what? Agriculture and irrigation. Then I can also use it for defense operations. I can also use it for defense operations. Example, in defense operations, I can use it for siting and layout. Siting and layout of defense factory. Siting and layout of defense factory. I think this I have already discussed. Layout of factory, right? It should be, we should think about what? Proximity to raw material supplier, proximity to nearby. Yahan par we should make sure that our factory should be nearby the area where the strikes are regular. Like example, if I want to start a defense factory, you think I will start, like if government wants to start a defense factory, will it start in Kashmir, northeastern or borders nearby, or it will start near Hyderabad? Near borders only, right? Because there proximity to customer, there is no customer there. So that should be nearby the border where majority of the time strikes happen during a war. Next, It can also be used to prepare battle strategy. It can also be used for preparation of which strategy? Battle strategy. I hope you might have heard, right? US has struck Venezuela. And after striking Venezuela, they have captured their president. And in the international court, that government has presented him. You think US people will directly start a plane, fighter jet, they will enter Venezuela, they will bomb, take and go? You think it's an easy process, or it might have taken years of planning and strategy preparation? Their fighter planes are there. You think when they fly above a certain country, you think radar system will not detect them? It will 100% detect. Then they might have prepared, they might have done some mathematical and scientific calculations in a way that at what speed, at which level, at what speed my fighter jet should go, at what level it should go, what technology I should use to make sure that radar systems are unable to detect, which area my radar system is not there, how to do that strike. You think they have not prepared any plan? They might have prepared a plan, right? And even India, we have done surgical strike, right? Uri. Have you seen that movie, Uri the surgical strike? You think surgical strike Indian government has done directly on Pakistan, or years of planning might have been done? Lot of planning might have been done. Recently, you might have seen that movie, right? Kaun sa hai wo? Dhurandhar. You think just 2 hours they could have shown whatever possible situation is there? Years of planning. In that movie they have shown, right? Years of planning it has taken in order to tackle that situation in Pakistan. All that battle strategy I can prepare with the help of operations research. Next, assessment of threat. Assessment of threat. Here also game theory we can use. Like imagine in case if India strikes Pakistan, what will happen to India then? Now when US recently Russia and Ukraine war, people all over the world, governments all over the world, you think they are in favor of Russia striking Ukraine, or they are against it? That is why majority of the countries are slowly cutting off the ties with Russia, because they want this war to happen or not. No. Even same thing is happening today in US also. No one wanted that type of situation to happen, but still without anyone's knowledge, US has struck Venezuela. You think Venezuela will keep quiet, or it may also strike on US? And in case if that happens, US will not keep quiet, war will again start. So that is what is assessment of threat. If I take one step, what the enemy country might do, if India strikes Pakistan, what is going to happen? We don't know. You think Pakistan will also strike? Some countries may support Pakistan, some countries may support India. China will support whom? Obviously Pakistan. Bangladesh will support whom? Pakistan. Sri Lanka will support whom? Pakistan. Matlab, entire India borders pe, whichever country is there, most of the countries will support whom? Pakistan. Afghanistan will support India only, because good relations we maintain with that country. US will not support India. US will not support anyone. It will bomb both India and US, India and Pakistan both. US is not a friend to anyone. Depending upon the situation, they will react. How this reaction will happen? That is which theory? Game theory. Who will tell me this? Software. Software may I will enter all that data, whatever I am having in my brain, I will enter into software. Software will tell me what reaction a country might take. Lots of data will be available with military, army and all, right? They will input all that data into the software, and then they will start preparing the strategy. Everything is not done by human being. Everything is not done by software. It's a combination of human brain and software. Only human brain nowadays not capable. Now China will keep poking India, right, regularly. But why is India not taking any action? What action India has taken against China? Banning TikTok, banning apps. Other than that, what action India has taken? Nothing much. Nothing much. Why? Not because India is afraid of China. Problem is, like example I'll tell you, all your Chinese mobile phones. I hope almost every one of you sitting here, almost not everyone, almost everyone might be using Chinese mobile phones. Oppo, Vivo, OnePlus, like that, etc., etc. Whenever you are using any Chinese mobile phone, your data, your messages, your chat history, your WhatsApp, your photos, your call logs, A to Z data, Chinese government is having. There was a huge problem. There was a huge problem 2-3 years back. Chinese apps are removing your data and they are sharing it with Chinese government. You think today also it is not happening? That is what. It will, India, if it enters into a war with China, it will not be a normal war. It will be a digital war. Your entire data will be leaked online. Then what will you do? Now don't tell sir what data we have. But still, data is data only. Imagine your photo they are morphing. Your mobile phone number, imagine Chinese hackers are using to send a threatened messages to some politician. How will you prove? Are you a hacker? How will you prove that? That is what is assessment of threat. You just cannot enter into a war with anyone, right? You need to assess what exactly is going to happen. Next. Then we also have inventory control. Inventory control. Like how many guns we need to have, how many bullets we need to have, what type of rifles we need to have, which person should use what type of rifles, how many fighter jets we need to have. All these things we need to plan, right, in army. And when you go see army people, BSF people, CRPF people, so much of struggle they do. You go to Ladakh, you go to Kashmir. Kashmir mein every 300-400 meters, either one army person or one CRPF or BSF person will be there to protect our country. For them, food supply should be on time, right? Then how much food we need to have in stock, all that control we need to do. EOQ, GIT, whatever concepts you have to apply. Otherwise, if food and other supplies don't reach to them, how will they protect our country then? That is what. That is defense operations. So these are some examples. I have multiple examples are there. Because they are examples, no need to worry much about them. Now let us see techniques of OR. OR technique. OR techniques. What is OR full form? Finally, at least you remember full form. Technique number 1, LPP. What is LPP? Linear programming problems. How many types of problems we have here? 2 methods to solve an LPP problem. One is simplex and second one is graphical. Here, simplex method and graphical method we have. Both we will study. As I already told you, at inter level, we are only going to formulate. We are only going to formulate the linear programming problems. And but still, exam they may ask you to solve that problem either using simplex or using graphical. But problem, we have only one problem. Here we have only one problem on graphical method, one problem on simplex method, but we have multiple problems on formulation of LPP. So as I already told you, first we will discuss all the questions from my material. It is nothing but a copy of ICMI material. Each and everything A to Z we will discuss. After discussing, then what we will do, we will go through the MCQs. After finishing that, last 3-4 attempts ka question papers also I will solve in the class only, so that you will know the presentation. Then we have transportation. Achha, now tell me, what is my objective of using linear programming? What is my objective of, what are the objectives in linear programming? Only 2 objectives. Minimization, maximization. Minimization of cost or maximization of profit. Simple. Transportation mein my objective is minimization of cost. Assignment mein my objective is minimization of time. So that least time may I will be able to provide the services to customers. Then we have game theory. I think I might have already told you, right? Game theory. How many situations? 4. I may win, you may win, both may win, both may lose. Simple. Next. Then we have PERT and CPM. Both are networking techniques, project management techniques. Then we have discounted cash flow or NPV method. I think both I have already explained. Meaning is same only. What is NPV full form? Net present value. Then replacement theory. Last chapter of your OM. Remember? When should I replace a part or should I replace a machine? Preventive maintenance, breakdown maintenance. Remember that concept? That only, replacement theory. Then we have frequency distribution. Frequency distribution. Okay, let us take an example. 2025. This is the current year or previous year? Your name, sir? This is the most important concept of simulation. Clear? I am going to start simulation today only. Tell sir your name. Akash. Akash sir, in the month of December 2025, did you eat biryani? How many times? So many times I cannot write here, so many times. Some number you tell, random number you tell. 8 times. Very good. In November month, did you eat biryani? Did you eat biryani? Very good. 3 times. See? Memory power. Next, in the month of October, did you eat biryani? 1 time. Very good. So, last 3 months, I am taking how many months data? Here, I am analyzing historical data of last how many months? And I came to know that Akash sir has eaten biryani how many times? This is called what? Frequency distribution. Frequency distribution analyzes which data? Historical data to tell how many times a particular event has happened. What is the event we were discussing about? Biryani. How many times that event has occurred in Akash sir's life in last 3 months? 12 times. This is called. So what is frequency distribution? It analyzes which data? Historical data to find out how many times a particular event has happened in the past, so that I can predict how many times this event might happen in future. That is called which distribution? Frequency. Almost every problem of simulation depends on what? Frequency distribution. Then probability. Probabilistic theory. See, basically in simulation we have multiple methods. We have multiple types of simulation. 2 types I will tell you, because in detail you have an final level, not in inter level. One is deterministic, second one is probabilistic model. Simple. One is deterministic, second one is probabilistic. We are going to use even in final level and inter level also problems we have only on which model? Probabilistic model. We don't have deterministic, but at least let me tell you the difference. What is the input I have given? What is the input I have given? Hello. What is the output you are seeing there? क्या दिख रहा है उधर? What is the input I have given? Hello. What is the output you got? Input also I know, output also I know. This is called which model? Deterministic model. Which model? Deterministic model. Clear? But I gave the input, but I have no idea what will be the output. Then it is called probabilistic model. What is the input I have given? See here, I have given an input that in the last 3 months of 2025, Akash sir has had biryani 12 times. How many times Akash sir might have biryani in next 3 months from now? That is February, March and April. Based on historical data, input I have given, I know what I have given, but do I know the output what software will give me? Then it is called which model? Probabilistic model. Entire simulation we are going to do only as per what? That is what is frequency distribution, right? Frequency ko you have to convert into probability. What was the frequency distribution? Historical data I will give. And historical data को software will analyze and tell me how many times an event has occurred in the past. In our example, it was 8, 3 and 1. This is frequency. 8 times in December month, 3 times in November month, 1 time in October month. Total how much? Well, this is called what? Frequency. For frequency, we always convert frequency into probability. Now 8 by 12 how much? 8 by 12 is 4. Percentage mein you tell Babu. 8 by 12 just you do enough. 0.60. And then 3 by 12. 0.25. And this will be 0.15. So, what is the probability that he might have this biryani in future? 60% based on historical data. That is called what? Probability. So are you sure that again 8 times only you are going to have, or there is a probability that you might have 8 times? Probability. That is called what? Probabilistic theory. Where I am sure, where I am not sure. I am not sure. But when I am 100% sure, then it is which model? Probabilistic or deterministic? Next. These are some examples. One more example I will write. Variance analysis. Variance analysis. Clear? Variance analysis. Madam, your name? Vaishnavi madam. How many marks you are planning to score in OMSM? I'll tell you now only. OMSM is a subject where students will fail in group 2. Group 2 mein if students fail, they will fail in either FMBDA or they will fail in OMSM. OMSM they fail because SM is pure theory, and theory many students will face difficulty. OMSM they face 2 reasons. Reason number 1, OM theory they completely ignore, but very important for 15 marks. Imagine 60 marks may say minimum 50 marks easily you will get theory. That they ignore. So for 40 plus 15 how much gone? 55 marks gone. They will write for how many marks? 45. You think you will get 45 may say 40? Not possible. And that too many chapters people don't understand only what we are doing. So madam, you told how many marks? 80. So this is your expectation. Actually you got 85. Any problem? No. You got 80. Any problem? You got 78. Problem? Yes. So what am I doing here? In variance analysis, I am comparing my actual data with expected data and finding out the deviation. If deviation is 5 marks, extra she got. Any problem? No. She got exactly what she expected. Any problem? But if she gets less than her expectations, she needs to analyze where she was wrong. Same thing. If the actual sales are less than my expectations, then only problem will come. That is called which analysis? Variance analysis. So variance analysis we don't have in our syllabus, and game theory we don't have in our syllabus. Only examples are there here, because this we will study in final level. Next. Then we have, I think enough these many examples. Then nature of OR. Nature and characteristics. One minute. Characteristics of operations research. Nature and characteristics of operations research. Number 1, existence of problem. Existence of problem. See, if there is no problem in your business, why will you analyze? Why will you do all this headache? Why? Madam, any problem you are having in your business? Then why you are studying? Simple. When problem is there, then only we will do all these things, right? Now here, what is the problem of the company? They want to minimize the cost or maximize the profit. Here, what is the problem? So transportation cost is very high, they want to reduce it. Here, many employees are sitting idle. They want to go for assignment. Before launching a product, they are unable to understand what reaction my competitor will give. Game theory. Every time I'm doing some work is getting delayed, because of which customer is unhappy. I will use the concepts of PERT and CPM. I don't know whether purchasing a machinery will give me profit in future or not. I will use this method. I'm spending lot of money on repairs and maintenance. I want to find out, should I go for preventive or breakdown? I will go for this one. So every situation may, whenever business is having a problem, then only we will use the concepts of or. Sir, I'm already a cost leader. Lowest cost I'm charging. There is no chance that I can further reduce the cost. I'm number one in the industry. Maximum profits I am only getting. Will I use LPP? Why? I'm already achieving the objective what I want to achieve. I have no problem. So whenever there is a problem, first you need to find out existence of problem. What problem you are facing? Akash sir, what is your problem? What is your problem? What is your problem? Eating biryani. So he eats biryani very frequently, because of which he is wasting lot of money in eating biryani. And after eating biryani, he is sleeping. He is not studying. So matlab there is a problem that he is unable to focus on studies because he is sleeping immediately. On top of that, he is also spending lot of money on biryani. He wants to reduce the cost of spending money on biryani and increasing the study time. He will use the concepts of linear programming. Remind me, Akash and biryani. I will give you one practical example of Akash and biryani while explaining you the concept of linear programming. His example only we will use to understand how exactly, how much money he should spend on biryani and how much time he should study. That we will solve using linear programming. That day you should be present. Now, sir, you came to know that your business is having a problem. If you are having a problem, what will you do, Akash? Eat biryani and sleep? No, right? Obviously, whenever there is a problem, you should have an intention of solving the problem. Intention to solve problem. Remember I told bank may what problem they are facing? Waiting line of a customer is very high for depositing cash. In case if bank is government bank like SBI, they are not bothered much about public. They will let that line be as it is. But in a private bank, they will install 1, 2 or multiple cash deposit machines in order to solve that problem. So you should have what? Problem plus you should also have what? Intention to solve the problem. Third, you should apply system concept. Apply what? System concept. This is the last theory concept, after which I will start with simulation today only. Here, and I'll solve one problem at least today. Apply which concept? System concept. System concept means you analyze, see, in case every problem will have one solution or many solutions. Okay, solution number 1 if I apply, how it will impact others. Solution number 2 if I apply, how it will impact my entire business. Solution number 3 if I apply, how it will impact the other aspects of business. Example, in case if I purchase one more warehouse, in case if I purchase one more warehouse to solve the problem of storing the raw materials and all, then I will solve the problem of storing the raw materials, but finance department may face a problem of increased cost. Purchasing department, sales department may also have lot of pressure to sell the additional output what I am producing. So how it is going to impact other departments I need to see. Then step number 4, formation of group of experts. Formation of what? Group of experts. Formation of group of experts. Who is going to solve the problem? Can anyone come and solve the problem? You think just by solving one simulation problem, you are solving the entire business problem, or you're just understanding the meaning of that concept? You're just going to understand what is simulation. Practical life may, you're not going to solve I'm solving in class. You have to use softwares. Then, just now what I told, in case if I start one more warehouse, is it going to impact other departments? Finance department, sales department, purchase department, marketing department. Then So that is why what I will do, every department, say one person I will select and come, sit here, we will discuss. That is called what? Multidisciplinary team. Multidisciplinary team. Because multiple departments are getting impacted, what I will do, every department, say one employee I will select. Next, and then who constitutes this team? Who is creating these teams? I will create on myself. Anna, you come. You come. Madam, 3. These 3 people come, sit here. We will start discussing about the company's plans. They your employees. Who will decide? Employees will decide their own team. Is that grapevine communication what you are doing here, or it's a formal business? So that is why teams are formulated by management. Teams are formulated by management. Teams are formulated by management. And once teams are formed, OR helps management in taking decisions. Wait. What did I tell? OR takes the decisions for management, or OR helps management in taking decisions? So OR is going to tell us what to do, or it will only give us the option. Final decision is human being only. So that is why it is what in nature? Recommendatory in nature. It is recommendatory in nature. It is what in nature? Recommendatory in nature. Like example I told, simulation. I will explain later on. Here example is simulation, which I am going to explain next. After that what will happen? Always remember, there will be existence of multiple solutions. That is why what you should do, most optimal solution you have to select. Be selected. Most optimal solution should be selected. See what you can do, that type of solution only you have to select. Software will give us one solution or many solutions. Many solutions. What is best for you, that you have to select. Next, solution should be quantifiable. Software is telling you in next 3 months you are going to save money. Ante. Software is telling me next 3 months I am going to save money. How much money or how much cost I am going to save? It is not telling me. Is it quantifiable? It should always be quantifiable in which terms? Monetary terms. And then solution should be practical. Solution should be practical. Any nearby tiffin center where I can eat idli here nearby? Is there? Which one? Bindu. Udupi. Okay. So let us say Bindu is there, Udupi is there. These both places where I and you, anyone can eat idli, are very big establishments or very small establishments. They are telling, they came to me yesterday only. I was absent, right? No, I went to these 2 restaurants. They called me, sir, we saw your video on operations management. We are facing lot of problems in managing our business, sir. What should we do? I told one thing you do. You go to bank, tell my name, they will give you 5 crores loan. One supercomputer you buy. And everything let supercomputer manage. Let robots prepare the food. Let robot be sitting on the counter. Robot will come and serve the food. Scan the QR code here and pay the money. Let everything be managed by supercomputers. You just sit at home through satellite imaging. Through satellite imaging, you see how exactly robots are running away. Then, Ray, you think Vindu in its lifetime also you think it will earn 5 crores? 5 crores income I'm telling, not sales. You think that Udupi Hotel in its lifetime will have 5 crores net amount, net revenue in his hands? No. Now tell, you think that is the practical solution of what I gave to them or impractical solution? Example I'm telling. Yesterday I was not keeping well, that is why it did not come. Understood? So what is practical? I can tell them, okay, you buy one software. That software, see, you manage everything. Like Vindu is nowadays, Vindu and all small tiffin centers, what they use? A small dabba they will use. In that some number will be there. You tell idli, that fellow will press one bill will come. Stop using that dabba. I'm asking them, stop using that small type of machine. Start using computers. Computerized billing system you use. Automatically that billing system will connect to Tally. Once a bill is generated, automatically that software will update in Tally. 25,000-30,000 you spend, you will get that software also. You will get that Tally also. Both will get connected through ERP. Another 25,000-30,000 you spend, you will get a basic type of laptop or computer. So 50,000 mein setup is done. Your business can be managed easily. Which is a practical solution? 5 crores satellite software or 50,000 is practical. That is what. You should always give what solutions? Practical solutions. Clear? Now, with this, one or two small concepts are there. They are advantages and disadvantages of operations management. That we will see at the end of chapter 4. Right now, not required. Only two concepts are pending. Now, let us start with one of the most important and very simple chapter. Simulation. Simulation is unit number 8. Chapter number 4, unit number 4 में introduction I have just now completed. Here only little theory is there. We have chapter 4.2 and 4.3. Here we have pure theory. When I am doing these two small units, at that point of time I will discuss advantages and disadvantages of operations research. Right now not required. Now, practical chapter, practical chapter, practical chapter, practical, practical, theory, theory. So all theory chapters right now we will see at the end. Now practical chapters may first we are going to start with what? Simulation and line balancing. Here very important but very simple chapter also. Simulation and line balancing. Now first of all, let us understand what exactly do we mean by simulation. I'll write all the notes in one file only, and at the end of the syllabus I will share this file. We have chapter number 4. Chapter number 4. Unit number what it was? Which unit? I forgot. 8. Unit number 8. Simulation and line balancing. Simulation and line balancing. Here we have two concepts in this chapter. One is simulation and second one is line balancing. First of all, let us understand what exactly do we mean by simulation. We don't have much theory here, just introduction to simulation, and I will start with problems. Here, what exactly do we mean by simulation? Before what is simulation, let us understand the history of simulation in short terms so that you will know what exactly happened. The concept of simulation was given by two people. Here, the concept of simulation was given by how many people? Two people. Do you know who they are? The concept of simulation was given by two people. John von Neumann. You can call them as fathers of simulation. John von Neumann. Sorry, Term might be different. Father. Clear? And Stanislaw Ulam. So how many people were there? 2 people. What is the first person's name? John von Neumann. And what is the second fellow's name? Stanislaw Ulam. These 2 people gave the concept of simulation. And now, and this concept was given during World War II. World War II, wherein they used the concept of simulation for detonation. Detonation of nuclear bomb. Detonation of nuclear bomb. Okay. Basically, simulation in simple words means I am not doing anything in real world. I am testing it in artificial world, basically. Example, I want to know, like these people during World War II were into development of nuclear bomb. You think nuclear bomb is Sutli bomb? You think it is that pop that you will test Anna thoda side pod? You think it is like it's like Sutli bomb? No, right? You'll lit it on fire and you like, you think like this you'll do? Or you think it's a rocket that you will launch and see? No, right? It's a nuclear bomb. How now? Imagine in case nuclear bomb these people designed and gave it to US government, and US government fired on China. It fell back on US only. Same thing was happening during recent India-Pakistan war, right? Last year. Pakistan people have bought bombs and all from whom? China. They are sending their bombs there. They are blasting in the air only before reaching India. That is a different level. How will they test the detonation of a nuclear bomb? Like this they will do? No, right? They can't. See, testing a nuclear bomb in real world is practically not possible. Why? Once it detonates, neither you will be there nor these 2 people will be there. Then who will give the theory? And without testing a nuclear bomb, it is practically impossible to certify that a certain government has a bomb. Then what is the situation? Then these people were breaking their head, what to do. John von Neumann, before this situation, was admitted to hospital. Hospital mein he did not have any other work. So he was thinking. After getting discharged from hospital, he got an idea. Now you tell idea, Vodafone, Airtel, everything you tell now, okay? Then Ambani will come and put bomb on you only. So now, then he thought, he told his friend, John von Neumann told his friend, sir, why not use Monte Carlo simulation? Why not use Monte Carlo simulation, that too in a computer, to test this whether it is going to be successful or not? First time simulation was tested during World War II by these 2 people in a computer. They used first generation of computers, electronic computers, not normal analog, electronic computers. First generation of electronic computers these 2 people used, and they successfully simulated the detonation of a nuclear bomb. Using what? Monte Carlo simulation. Now what is Monte Carlo simulation? Monte Carlo simulation we use something called, they use what? Monte Carlo simulation. Monte Carlo simulation we use random numbers. I repeat, what we use? We use random numbers in order to do simulation. Clear? We use what? Random numbers to do simulation. And now, because they were successful in simulating a bomb, that to a nuclear bomb in a computer using Monte Carlo simulation. That is why they have used, that is why they named it as what? Monte Carlo simulation. But what was the purpose of using the word Monte Carlo simulation? Remember this fellow, John von Neumann? His uncle used to go to a bar and restaurant, a club where gambling used to happen. That gambling pub and restaurant ka name was Monte Carlo. From there that idea came, because that is why they have used the word called what? Monte Carlo simulation. So understood the history of simulation? So simulation in simple words means what I cannot do in real world, I will use what? Software to replicate that. Software to replicate that. That is what is called as simulation. And simulation for the first time in a computer was tested by whom? John von Neumann and Stanislaw Ulam during World War II for detonation of a nuclear bomb. And whose idea it was? John von Neumann. And his uncle used to go to a gambling bar and restaurant whose name was, that is why this fellow named it as what? Monte Carlo simulation. There are many types of simulation, but in our syllabus we are going to learn only about Monte Carlo. In real world also nowadays we use only what? Monte Carlo simulation. We don't use any other simulation other than Monte Carlo. And Monte Carlo simulation, may we use what? Random numbers. We use what? Random numbers. Use random numbers. Now what is random number and all? I will explain. But as of now, understood the history of simulation. And that is why today simulation is also called as computer simulation. Which simulation? Computer simulation. What is simulation also called as? Computer simulation. Why it is called as computer simulation? Because nowadays it is practically impossible for a human being to simulate. Thousands of scenarios it will analyze and tell me what is correct, what is wrong. Here. Now, I told you something about what? Random numbers. Now, what exactly is this random numbers? And who generates these random numbers? Name itself tells you. Random number means numbers which are random. First I will explain you how random numbers are generated. Then I will explain you the use of random numbers in simulation. Clear? Now, let us say for example, now who generates basically, there are two situations, two possibilities. Possibility number one, there are, you can say, many books published on random numbers. You can check that book also and use those random numbers for simulation. That is option number one. Option number two, today I told you human beings are doing simulation or software is doing the simulation. So I can use software to generate random numbers. So first of all, what is simulation? Simulation is nothing but understanding whether my decision is correct or not. Software is going to tell me something or it is only going to help me in doing something. I want to know whether the launch of a particular product will be successful or not. Up Samsung has launched something called trifold, right? Three foldable screen. Samsung wants to simulate whether this product will be successful in India or not. You think can a human being analyze this much data of India and tell whether it will be successful or not? So what I will do, what Samsung will do, it will enter all this data into software. Which software? Simulation software. Simulation software will have thousands of possibilities, right? Thousands of possibilities might be there. All these possibilities software will analyze and then tell me the percentage chance of this product being successful in India. So every business decision nowadays, can I take without simulation or after simulation? I can take both, but chance of success I will get where? After simulation. So simulation is nothing but used in every area. Ab example, one more area I told, right? India is planning to launch bullet train very soon. At what speed a normal train should go, come and go, so that bullet train will not get disturbed. That also we will use what? Simulation. For every area nowadays we are using what? Simulation software. I want to forecast demand. Next 1 year, what will be the demand of Apple iPhones? If I don't know, You think I will be able to do the production correctly? No. Either it may result into overproduction or it may result into I will have software to simulate. Check the future possibility and tell me what exactly might happen. So you can say it's like simulation is a software, but it is like Radhe Sham of business. Radhe Sham will see your hand and tell, right, future may what might happen. Simulation software, you will use your historical data to tell what might happen in future. So if I want to predict my future, I will use which software? So simulation is a human being or a software? But can a simulation software run without human being? So for any purpose, nowadays businesses are using what? Simulation. And simulation may, one of the most important concepts is what? Random numbers. Let us take an example here. Let us understand the meaning of simulation using this small question. You're able to see, right, clearly? The past data of a demand per week of a bakery item is given below. So whatever data is given here, is it present data or past data? What I told, simulation software will use which data? Past data to predict what? Using which numbers? Random numbers. Correct? Simulation will use which data? Now imagine I am a new company. Like let us say, for example, I started my own business of cosmetics. Let us say sugar cosmetics is there, right? I will start my own business. Karampudi cosmetics. Karampudi lipsticks. I will start just like sugar cosmetics. I will start my own business, Karampudi lipsticks. I am starting this business for the first time. Which time? I never did this type of business. I am entering into business field for the first time. Any historical data will I have? This type of event is called as black swan event. Which event? Wherein zero historical data is there. Now, you think can I use simulation software here? Or very difficult to use? Very difficult to use. Why? What I told, simulation software. What is required? Past historical data. But I am entering into business for the first time. If I don't have previous years ka sales data or purchase data or any data, is it easy to use simulation or very difficult? These type of events are called what? Black swan. So black swan events ko I cannot simulate, or it is very difficult to simulate. But in this case, am I having past data? This past data, I will give it to which software? Simulation software, and ask it to predict what? Using which numbers? Very good. Now they have given us demand per week. Here, demand per week they have given. They have also given us something called frequency. Remember I told, what is frequency? Based on past data, it will analyze and tell how many times a particular event has occurred. In our case, what was the event? Biryani. Now, here what is the event? Demand. Here what is the event? Event is demand in this problem. Clear? Event is what? Demand in this problem. And frequency means how many times a particular demand has occurred in the past. I repeat, how many times a particular demand has occurred in the past is called what? Frequency. Now, demand is 0. Matlab, how many times zero demand was there for my product? How many weeks? 2 weeks. This is demand per week, right? So frequency will also be per week. So matlab, there was no customer for, let us say, a cake in my bakery for how many weeks? 2 weeks. Understood what they are trying to tell in the question? Next. 5 kgs, clear? 5 kgs of some product in my bakery. How many times frequency? 11 weeks. For 11 weeks, demand was how much? 5. And for 2 weeks, demand was 0. For 8 weeks, 10 kgs demand was there. For 21 weeks, 15 kgs demand was there. For 5 weeks, 20 kgs demand was there. For 3 weeks, 25 kgs demand was there. Understood what they are trying to tell here? So frequency means how many times an event has occurred in the past. How many times zero demand has occurred in the past? 2 weeks. How many times 5 kgs of demand has occurred? 11 weeks. Like that they have given. Now tell total how many weeks ka data they have given to us? 50 weeks. Total how many weeks ka data they have given? 50 weeks. Understood first table what they have given there? Next. Now what they are telling, using the sequence of random numbers 35, 52, 13, 90, 23, etc., etc., generate demand for next. Historical data is given to us relating to demand and number of weeks. Using that historical demand and frequency, we need to predict future demand. But for that future demand, for how many weeks? 10 weeks. Using what numbers? But what are these random numbers? And what is use of random numbers? Let us understand now. I'll connect the internet and show. There are two methods. Like example, यहाँ पर Excel sheets, I hope you know, right? There are many softwares available for generating random numbers for your business. I can use Excel also. I will also show one software what I use for generation of random numbers for like investing in stock market. I want to predict the prices of a particular share for future. I will use random numbers for that. I told, right, I have a factory. For that factory, how much demand might be there in next 1 month, 30 days. I will use predictions, right? Using what? Random numbers. Like how do I generate random numbers? Let us say, for example, in Excel. Here is equals to RAND, rand, between, this we have to use, and between. Always remember, random number starts from 0, because remember, right, 0 demand was also there, comma, I need to land at 99. So total how many numbers are there? 0 to 99? 100 numbers, right? So matlab, can I say 1% is equals to 1 number? Wherein every number has a equal chance of getting selected. Random number 0, 0 by 100. Random number 1, 1 by 100. 0 by 99, 1 by 99, 2 by 99. Every number has a equal chance of getting selected. Clear? So I have given this instruction. I want between 0 and 99. Sir, can I take like 101 to 210 also? Yes. But always remember, in most of the literature books what have been written on random numbers are always 2 digits. So that is why I am keeping between 0 to 99. Random numbers can be beyond 3 digits, 4 digits, 5 digits also. It can be any number of digits. But in most of the literature books, random numbers are how many digits? That is why I have also taken how many digits? I will click on enter. Did it generate one random number here? Some mathematical calculations it might be doing. I have just given one formula. What software has done? Is software generating one random number? Now they are asking us to generate for how many weeks? 10 weeks, right? They have already given us numbers. I am telling how they might have generated numbers. Random numbers given in the book will be different. Random numbers given by I will be different. Why? They are random numbers, right? You generate random numbers, you will get same numbers or different numbers. That is why they are called random. If everyone is getting the same number, how can it be random? So let us say I will select like this. Example. Autofill. Did it generate multiple random numbers for me? What is random number 1? 28, 80, 27, 18, 15, 63, 55. Did it generate? Simple. I will generate one more set of random numbers here. Again, same instruction I will give is equals to RAND between, let us say again, 0 to 99. Did you generate again random numbers? Again I will click here, autofill. See, I am changing here, there also numbers are changing, right? This is what is called random numbers. See, why random numbers are used in simulation, that also I will explain. Well, I mean, you are going to solve the problem, right? You will come to know. But at least you know what is a random number. It's a number which is completely random in nature, wherein every number has a equal chance of getting selected. Can random number be any digit? Yes. But in most of the books, random numbers are how many digits? That is why in our syllabus also, every problem we will find how many digits? 2. That is why I have generated and shown you how many digits? 2 digits. Clear? Now, we can also use a software. I think this is the software what I use normally. It's a SaaS software, software as a service, online you can use. This is a random number generator software what I use. Let us say यहाँ पर I have given minimum how much? 0, maximum 99. Then how many numbers I need to generate? Example, 10 weeks they told, right? So let us take 10 digits. And do you want to allow the repeat? You want repeated numbers or don't want? That you decide. Let us say you don't want. Then how many sets you want to generate? How many sets? Let us say 100 sets. Every set mein how many numbers will be there? 10 numbers. Then calculate. When it is passed, it will come. Generated, see how many sets? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It has generated almost, not almost, has generated how many set of random numbers? 100 set of random numbers has generated. Now, main question comes here. The main purpose of showing you how to generate is here. How many sets it has generated random number? Every set if I take in my question, without using random numbers, we cannot do simulation. Every set may same random numbers are there or different. If I use set number 1, you think I will get the same answer what I get in set number 10, or answer will be completely different? Answer will be completely different. If I take set number 1, answer is different. If I take set number 2, answer is different. If I take set number 3, answer is different. Let us say set number 1 may demand is 150 units. Set number 2, if I use random numbers, demand is 200 units. Set number 3, if I use, demand is 175 units. Which set should I use then? Which is having the highest demand, which is having the lowest demand? No. Who does simulation? You, me, or software? This is not a simulation software. That also I will show. Problem is MacBook me I can't install that software. If it was a Windows software, I could have simulated your marks also and shown simulation software. I'll try to bring one Windows laptop. I will install that simulation software there. Depending upon the questions what I ask and the answers what you give live in class, I will show how simulation, it will simulate your marks. So simulation is only now. How many now simulation software ko I will give how many set of random numbers? 100. Like that, thousands of sets of random numbers simulation software will use. Then it will give me one answer or thousands of answers. Which is the best answer then? Aisa nahi rehta. It will use thousands of sets, so multiple thousands and millions of permutations and combinations it will use, and it will tell if you use this set of random numbers, there is a highest possibility that your expectations and actual demand will be nearby. It will not give me 100 different answers, right? If software is giving me 100 different answers, why do I need software then? I will only calculate here. Excel sheet mein one formula if I give, one format if I draw, and formula if I give, seconds mein Excel will calculate 100 random numbers, say 100 demands. Then why do I need simulation software then? So simulation software will simulate 100 sets or billions of sets of numbers. Billions of sets of numbers it will simulate, and then it will give me the number where there is a highest possibility that my actual demand and my expectations will be similar. Now it will tell if you use set number 78 of random numbers. Example, final answer what? Simulation software has given. If I use set number 78 of random numbers, there is a 97.3% probability that the actual demand, what you will get in next 12 months, will be similar to the demand what you have given as input as expected demand. That is where the actual simulation software works. Did I show you simulation or only the generation of random numbers? This is the first step in simulation. Understood? So simulation will give, software will give me 100 answers or one answer. Whichever it feels is the best set of random numbers, it will use that and tell me the probability. That is why I told frequency ko you have to convert into what? Probability. Frequency ko, what happened? Yoga. You are doing yoga to eat biryani. We will simulate you. Wait, let me bring this software. Understood the meaning of random numbers? So everyone's random numbers will be same or different? Different. And everyone will get same answer or different answer. That is why we use what? Human being or software. So I will give input to simulation software. Simulation software will generate thousands of sets of random numbers and it will give me a final answer saying that if you use this set of random numbers, there is a highest probability that your actual demand and expectations will be. So can a simulation software work without human being or it requires human intervention? Requires human intervention. Yahan par I have given one formula, right? I have given one formula. Matlab, this is a basis. This first number, can I say, are 83 is the answer we got, right? So can I say this is the input what I have given to the software? Without me giving this input, you think software could have generated other numbers? Or this 83 number is a basis for other numbers? This is the input what I have given, right? The input what I give. Rest of the numbers who generated? Software automatically generated, right? But first number I have given a formula to generate. That is called as seed. What is that called? Seed. Idhar gaya bhai. What is that called? Seed. What is that called? Seed. I have planted a seed in the software. Matlab the first number. That is called what? Seed. Using this number as a basis, it has generated second number automatically. Using the second number, it has automatically generated third. Using the third number, it has generated fourth, and so on. So this number, this formula what I use to generate the first number is called what? Seed. Without this seed, also I can generate random numbers. With seed also I can generate random numbers. Without seed, see, with seed when I generate random numbers, they are called pseudo random numbers. Which random numbers? Pseudo random numbers. In detail we will study in final. Whatever is required for inter, that much only I am giving you introduction. What is that called? Pseudo random number. So pseudo random number is a number which is actually random or it is dependent on a seed. Matlab seed means the first number what I have generated as a human being. But imagine I don't give a seed. Can software still generate random numbers on its own? Yes, they are called true random numbers. How many types of random numbers are there? True random number, pseudo random number. Random numbers which are generated based on seed given by a human being as input is called what? Pseudo random number. And random numbers generated by a software automatically without any help from human being? True. In Monte Carlo simulation and in practical world also, we generally use what? Pseudo random numbers. True random numbers ka concept in our syllabus it is not there. So whatever random numbers are given to us in the question, they are true random numbers or pseudo random numbers. And they are generated based on seed. And seed is nothing but the first input given. After giving the first input, did I do all the calculations or automatically I am just dragging and it is giving the answer? I am just dragging and it is giving the answer. But without that first number, even if I drag also, will it give any answer? Here? Yeah. Some numbers. So because I have generated these numbers, because I've generated these numbers, here again I'll generate. I have not generated in a number here, right? Even if I try to fill here anything, I am trying to fill something here. Is it giving me any option to fill? So nothing, right? But what I am doing now, what I will do, I will give one seed. What is that seed I am giving is equals to rand between 0, comma 99. What is this number? First number who generated? Software automatically or I generated? Matlab we generated. This is called what? Seed. What is this called? Seed. Now I'll pull till here and I'll put autofill. Based on that seed, is it automatically generating random numbers now? These are called pseudo random numbers, which are based on a seed which is given by me. Simple. So understood? So first thing what we need to understand here is event. In our problem, what is the event? In our problem, what is the event? Demand. And frequency means how many weeks a particular demand has occurred. Here, frequency means how many times an event has occurred. In the problem, what we have to solve now is what? Demand. How many times a particular demand has occurred, that they have given, and using this they are asking us to simulate for how many weeks. And next thing what you need to remember is random numbers. And how many types of random numbers are there? 2. True random numbers, pseudo random. Without a seed, automatically generated. That concept we don't have. Just remember for MCQs. And what concept we have? Pseudo random, wherein as a human I need to enter a seed and then it will automatically pull and generate the random number. Understood till here? And why, how to use random numbers in simulation, I don't have time for that. Tomorrow when I am going to solve this problem, you will understand more clearly. Clear? So let us close the class and revise whatever I have done today, so that when I continue the problem tomorrow, it should be easy for you to understand.